Hi, Kinder friends. Today we are on lesson 8 of our President unit. Today we are going to be learning about Barack Obama. You're going to listen carefully and learn more about him and how he came to be elected president. So sit back, relax, listen so that you can answer questions when you get done. Here we go. November 4th, 2008 was a day of celebration for many Americans. There were parties all across the United States. In Chicago, nearly 1 million people poured onto the streets. For them, it did not matter that it was cold, nor that it was late. They had something big to celebrate. Some of them waved flags, some blew party horns and danced in the streets. Some cried for joy, and many chanted 3 words: "Yes, we can." This was indeed an unforgettable day because these people were celebrating the election of Barack Obama as the 44th President of the United States. Of course, there are always parties on election night, but the celebrations in honor of Barack Obama were different. People were not just celebrating his election, they were also celebrating the fact that the United States had just elected an African American man as the next president, which had never been done before. This was an incredible achievement for a young man from a humble background, and he had worked very hard to get there. Barack Obama was born on August 4th, 1961, in Honolulu, Hawaii. His mother was from Kansas and his father was from Kenya. His parents met at the University of Hawaii. Shortly after they were married, they had a son and named him Barack Hussein Obama. When Barack was a baby, his father left Hawaii to study at Harvard University in Massachusetts. When Barack was 2 years old, his parents divorced. Not long after that, Barack's father moved back to Kenya. Barack was raised by his mother and his grandparents, who loved him very much. As a young boy, Barack missed his father very much and thought about him often. While Barack Obama was a child growing up in Hawaii, he loved to go to the beach. He loved to play with his friends, many of whom were from different parts of the world. For a while, he and his mom moved to Indonesia. Although this was an exciting time for young Barack, he also saw how hard life could be for some people. He began to wonder about how to make the world a fairer place. He began to dream about a better future for everyone. All his life, Barack had been told by his family that education was the most precious gift. Barack listened to these words and worked very hard in school. Barack received good grades and eventually went on to study at Columbia University and Harvard Law School. When Barack was 21 years old, his father died. Barack was sad that he never really got to know his father. He went on a trip to Africa to meet some of his family members and learn about the land his ancestors called home. It was during this visit that he dreamed about a better future for all Americans. He would work very hard to make this dream a reality. While Barack was attending Harvard Law School, he met Michelle Robinson. Barack and Michelle were married in 1992 and later had 2 daughters, Malia and Sasha. Barack Obama became a lawyer and eventually went on to teach law in Chicago, Illinois. During that time in America, it was sometimes difficult for African Americans to go to college or to get jobs. Barack became a community leader in Chicago. He helped many people who were poor or who needed help. He encouraged young people to stay in school. He became interested in politics, and he began to work very hard to get more people to vote in elections. Barack Obama believed that if enough people voted for change, then change would happen. He became a U.S. Senator representing the state of Illinois in Washington, D.C. Now his voice was being heard. In 2007, Barack Obama decided to run for president. He worked very hard to win the election, and he won it. It was a great accomplishment for President Obama, but it was also a great accomplishment for the United States. Barack Obama became the first African American president of the United States. President Obama wanted to make sure everyone had the chance to get the type of good education he had been able to receive. He once said, "Nothing is more important than giving everyone the best education possible, from the day they start preschool to the day they start their career." Being the President of the United States is a very important job. President Obama works very hard. He travels to many different countries and is always very busy helping to run the government of the United States. Nevertheless, he tries to spend as much time as he can with his wife and daughters. Whenever possible, they eat dinner together, watch movies and sports, and play with the family dog Bo. On November 7, 2012, Barack Obama was re-elected president. Once again, many people celebrated long into the night, and once again they chanted the words, "Yes, we can."